What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is Jose. With me today are my boys, Mary and Johnny. Say what's up, guys.
Hey, man, what's good?
What's up, y'all?
Yo, boys. Yo, so Valentine's Day, right around the corner.
That's right. Well, y'all got a good Valentine?
I think you had said it the one year on the podcast. You said me, myself, and I.
Yeah, me, myself, and I.
That's what we're rolling with.
You got to love yourself first.
I was talking to my sister about Valentine's Day because she's kind of seeing a guy right now. Like, she's brought him over a few times, right? And I'm like, oh, did he ask you to, be his Valentine? She's like, no. I said, oh, okay. She said, and if he doesn't, he's dead to me.
Damn.
But she was so brutally honest. She knew exactly what she wanted. She said, if I don't see flowers on my doorstep, like, we're done. You're getting the... So what she does is that she puts a tombstone emoji for the person's contact when they're dead to her. Yeah.
I remember she showed us that. I was dying. I was like, you got this. And the amount of tombstones, too, was crazy. I was like,
exactly. It was literally a graveyard.
That's amazing, though. It was like, you just get a call from a tombstone. It's like, oh, like, I don't know who the hell this is. It's probably not worth it then.
Well, that's the point. She said if it's a tombstone, she don't even pick it up.
Yeah, so that's brilliant strategy right there. If you're looking to not block people, but make sure that they actually are still dead to you, tombstone. Yeah. Right there.
It's like professional ghosting.
Yeah, professional ghosting. That's the highest level of ghosting there is.
When you show your kids, be like, this is the amount of people that are dead to me. It took me this while to get to you. To finally get to you, this is what it took.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Pause. What's the time limitation for asking someone to be their Valentine?
Yo, my sister was telling me, she said, if you're not asking somebody by a week before, then you're late.
A week before?
That's what my sister was telling me.
It's just a day.
People acting like it's damn like
it's not even
Christmas
a holiday.
It's like when did Valentine's Day
like
even start?
Walmart manufactured this.
I literally told her because she had said, "Did you ask anybody to be your Valentine?" I was like, "I don't know. If I will, probably this weekend." She was like, "Why are you waiting so late?" I said, "Oh, my bad, my bad."
Hypocritical. Can't follow in your own ethos. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta at least stick to your rules. That's a serious question. When did Valentine's Day start? Who started this?
I don't know.
Was Christopher Columbus?
I swear it's manufactured.
It has to be. It's probably
I swear. They knew what they was doing with Cupid, which probably originated. I don't know how old Cupid fairy tale is or tales. I feel like that's manufactured too. But who profits, bro?
Yeah, big pharma.
It sure as hell ain't me. I've never profited on Valentine's Day.
Willy Wonka, the Chocolatiers. Big profits. Big profits.
Big profits in this shit. That's messed up. You know, they say Christmas is a manufactured holiday too. It's just a capitalism network. It's just like, that's just what it is, man. Same thing with Valentine's Day. It's fucked up, man. Same thing with Easter. It's supposed to be about Jesus, right? And his birth or something. I forget. It was like, he died on Easter, right? Yeah, he died on Easter. So it's about Jesus' death and rebirth, but now they don't make it about this Easter bunny motherfucker. Like, who cares about the Easter bunny? It's about Jesus. They took it away from us. They took that shit away.
It didn't sound like you ever had it.
Why are you acting like you're religious like that? You don't even know what it means.
Yo, what you mean? Yo, what you mean,
He
bro?
said from us.
Yeah,
from them, more like.
For us, bro, we came from God. We came from godly people, bro. So that means we came from God.
So what's Easter about?
It's about God. It's about Jesus and his death. And then he got resurrected the next day.
What's Three Kings Day about?
Three Kings? That's about David. David. I know David's a king. We got it's about some other kings. David and some kings.
Oh, Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
And all the other kings, right? Yeah, the Burger King, right?
Yeah, Burger King, Lord Farquaad, and David the King. There we go.
I'm so glad you're a religious man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Bible accurate.
True stuff, audience. Johnny would actually be slumped in church, knocked out in the pew, like just not. When I'm telling you,
before the priests that are watching us, if like all two of y'all, here, help me understand. Come on. I'm 5 years old, and I'm like, man, this is cool. I get to go watch VeggieTales, but then they bring me up to the main, like, big boy church. It's like, oh, we're listening to the preacher. Why do you think I'm not going to fall asleep, bro? I don't know nothing about the Bible. I can't even read at this point. What the hell am I going to learn about, bro? What am I going to learn about, like, Jesus and Psalms and all that? I'm not going to commit that to memory. I'm just going to fall asleep, bro. I just want to go watch VeggieTales. I want to see them, like, throw, like, food and paint over the walls of Jericho.
I need to see them veggies dance,
Hey,
bro.
I want to talk about the promised land. It's gonna be so grand. It's gonna be. I need to hear some songs, dog. I don't need the preacher going up there like turn to Psalm 15:8, and then we gonna.
When was the last time you been to church?
Like a couple weeks ago, actually.
Oh, you actually were?
Yeah, Papa's orders.
Yeah.
My presence was demanded.
Presence was demanded, but nah, it was cool. It was cool. Spanish church and all everything. You know, I can understand what half they saying, but it's okay. You know,
when he had when I went out there to surprise him, he had took the minute to say, "Oh, and we have a very special guest."
Same
and pointed
thing
to me, made me stand up, and he said, "Say hi to everybody." I was like, "I don't."
This man made you say hi.
Hit him with a yeah.
Tell him what you do. How old are you, son?
How old are you? What's your occupation? What did you do last night?
Well, it was
Do
super
you have
funny.
a girlfriend?
Yo, legit. So I saw her, and one of their friends came over, and she said, "This is Jose. If you know anybody, he's single." I was like, "Oh Jesus!" I was like, "Why you guys put that out there?"
I need them great current kids.
Trying to hook you up with some good Christian women, bro.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
You a Christian man though?
Yes.
There we go. See all the Christian women
All
out there.
about the three kings.
Yeah,
All
three
about
kings.
Easter.
All about
Yes.
Revelations. Jose fucks with the horsemen, bro. So all. Wait, are the horsemen are bad guys, right? Are the horsemen bad guys? Because I know they're like.
Where did this come from? You said he fucks with the horsemen. What? What does that even mean?
I personally fuck with plague. It brings great benefit when this man touches down.
Bro, war, famine, death, pestilence, it's all part of life. So, yeah, you got to fuck with them, right? It's part of God's plan, right? God's plan.
You said Jose, religion, fucks with four horsemen. Got it.
This is
What?
almost as confusing as the plot we about to discuss.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Shoot.
So we are not a religious-based podcast. We are a nostalgia-based podcast.
That's
and we are
right.
about to talk about the Digimon movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Digimon movie.
From 2000.
Let us
Yes.
bless you with trash.
Not the trash. What you mean, man? This is top quality,
I mean
man.
trash in general.
Okay.
Yeah, with actual physical trash.
Actual physical trash.
Physical.
So, spoilers ahead. If you've never seen this movie before, we will be spoiling it, even though I don't even know what. Again, we're gonna get in the plot.
Yeah, and here's an important preface. We are not Digimon. Okay, first establish our history. What's our Digimon history? I'll start first. Jack shit. This is the first thing Digimon related I've ever watched in my history. I never sat down as a kid to watch Digimon. I even watched the original Pokemon anime. I thought that anime pissed me off. I wanted to go watch like SpongeBob, but I didn't want to watch that. So
We've been over this.
Ain't no way I'm watching Digimon. So I'm a Digimon. I'm not a Digimon hater. I'm just a Digimon version. So that's my history.
There you go. Yeah, I have very basic experience. I would say more so experience with the video games than I did with the TV show itself. But, you know, if it was on Fox Kids, would watch it kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I caught a few episodes, especially if I was over your house or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd just be up and...
I would say, I would say very like casual, to be honest. Like just very like baseline Digimon.
Just watch
fan.
it, but you never internalize it and be like, oh yeah, Gobelmon. Yeah, that's my man.
It never stuck the way that like Pokemon did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It tried like it just wasn't there for me. You know, I
Yeah.
still
It
appreciate
wasn't there
it.
for
And I
you
still
when the
enjoyed
times
it.
were rough.
It wasn't there for me when I was
When
going through
times
the
were rough,
ringer.
man. When you got an F on your report card, you're like, man, you ain't there for me, Digimon.
So before we dive in the movie itself, it is part of the movie, but it's kind of not. That like preface of the Amanda Anaconda short that like leads up into the movie itself. I'm not gonna lie, for the longest time growing up, I thought I made that shit up. I'm being dead serious. I didn't think that was actually a real part of the movie because it's kind of like, so you know how in the SpongeBob movie the pirates go to the movie theater to watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is. But with Amanda Anaconda, which I never watched that. I didn't have any experience with it.
I remember watching I have a faint memory of watching it because, bro, I remember seeing it, like, I remember somebody referenced it on like a YouTube video or something, and I was like, what the, oh my God, I've seen this. This is horrible. Like, it's just all the memories came flowing back of me like crying, just looking at these horrible faces, these horrible real life looking faces. It's one of the, if you have never heard of Angela Anaconda, go look it up and show your kitty. If they cry, then you definitely know it's not something to be shown to kids.
I actually did watch a couple episodes, and it was actually kind of entertaining. I was like, this is like, it's weird, but it works kind of thing, you know, because like it has its own tone and its own style. At first, I didn't think I would be a fan of it, but it actually was all right.
Then Jose bought the whole box set.
Yeah, I bought the whole set. That's all I'm doing this weekend. I'm just binge watching Amanda Anaconda. Sounds so awful.
That actually sounds like torture.
I never fuck with the visuals, but I do know a lot of people do like that.
Oh, you do actually know a lot of people do.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm so serious. Again, I was surprised as you were, but when it's a meme that pops up every once in a while, and if you look in the comments, bro, a lot of people fuck with it. That's like their shit, low key.
Those some bots, nigga.
So they don't exist.
They don't exist.
They're not
dog.
real.
That's like the creator. They probably be like, they probably in denial. They're like, everyone loved my show. They loved it.
But yeah, all it is that like Amanda Anaconda and her friends, they line up to go see the Digimon movie. She does this like fake Digi-evolution to go fight off against like some evil teacher or something like that. And they only, all for that, for them to realize they're in the wrong theater.
Yeah.
It's really, really dumb build up to it. And I'm not 100% sure or certain why they included that. I think maybe it was like a Fox Kids kind of thing.
It has to be.
It had to be.
You know, yeah, because I know there's a reason behind it. I just don't know what the reason is. I'm assuming because it was probably aired on Fox at some point.
I can't imagine the amount of kids who probably went to the theaters at the time and they're like, what the hell am I watching? Or the parents are just like...
The parents must have been confused and pissed.
Yeah.
Being like, wrong... Hey, son, we're in the wrong theater.
Hey, yo, let's get out of here, bro. This is theater 8. What the fuck?
It says Digimon.
With the ticket up to the number.
Who's this Angela Anaconda bitch?
You in the Yu-Gi-Oh fucking movie and you see a Toonami intro.
I was imagining like some parent probably literally just like, okay, son, we're not staying here. Let's go home. Some kid probably went home because of this short.
He's like, this ain't the movie. All right.
Yeah, we didn't pay for this, so we're going home. But
coming up to just some like random 16-year-old like movie theater attendant just saying, yo, what the fuck is this? Just making them scared.
It's just like, Amanda Anaconda.
Yeah.
It's part of the movie.
It's part of the movie.
Just keep watching, bro.
It's part of the Digiverse.
Yeah. So, I mean, I couldn't imagine like legitimately, actually going to the theater and seeing that for the first 10 minutes. It's like when we watched the Mario Bros movie and the first 2-minute snippet of like the Land Before Time.
Oh, yeah.
Like came on beforehand. I was like, am I watching the right thing? Did I get the right link? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a minor sidetrack, but I remember when I went to go watch I think I mentioned it on the pod before, but I'll mention it again for people who haven't. It's like I went to go watch Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then in the first minutes, everybody in the theater, we're just like sitting quiet. All of a sudden, it's black screen, we hear, being a dog is a completely different experience. And everyone's like, huh? Bro, the entire theater went like, what? And it's just fucking like a dog's purpose or whatever the fuck. And I ran out the theater. I'm like, hey, yo, this ain't Dragon Ball.
They put on dog nigga.
This is fucking dog nigga.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it up. It's a good story. Back to Digimon.
Yeah, so... The movie is basically broken up in 3 phases or 3 installments. And they do have a semi-cohesive, like, it does connect, but they also feel separate at the same time.
So it's 3 different movies spliced together in one thing.
Quite literally. Yeah, quite literally is 3 different movies just spliced together. And I think they had to, like, cut out some... Because each movie individually that makes up this whole movie wasn't long enough to be an actual film itself, like to be put out in theaters. So they end up like chopping up segments of each movie and end up like rewriting the plot a little bit, just that way it can all like connect with each other. And
you can you could tell pretty well because like, especially the way like you could tell like, okay, this is part 1, this is easily part 2, especially with the way it ends and just the way it immediately cuts. I was like, oh damn, we're just immediately going like to the next part already. Okay, here we go. But then part 3, it's like I'm really wondering like how long the original movies were and like how much was potentially missed. But is this movie even like technically canon in like the Digiverse or whatever? Like maybe there's like a Digimon fan that can help us out there. Like, is this movie canon? Like, does it follow like the story? Is there a continuation after this? Like, it's confusing, but at the same time, it was kind of funny. I just kind of like it.
It's crazy because as a kid, I don't remember like having the same challenging thoughts that I do right now, being like, what even is the story? As a kid, I was just like, yo, you see that Digi-evolution? Yo, you see that guy? You see that guy? Yeah, I was just like, I was hyped to see the monsters, see them like getting bigger, like what different like phases, looks that they're going to bust out. So as a kid, I didn't even think about that. Like to me, this movie was like goated as a child. But like as an adult, I'm like watching it, like, is there a story?
Well, there is. It's just like the movie is fast paced. Like, and I mean, I wonder if it's because it's like a dubbing, kind of like the English dub. Because the English dub, it reminds me of there's an anime out there called like Ghost Stories. I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's called Ghost Stories. Where like I think the translation crew. They were given I don't even think they were even given a script for like how the Japanese like interpretation was. So they literally just like went off the fly. Like there's literally a scene, like look up like Ghost Stories English dubs like best moments. And there's like a scene where like a kid's running on the track and he's like, come on, you can do it. He's like, I can't. Imagine a big black guy running after you. He's like, ah.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah.
And he stops and he's like, well, at least he's not racist. I was like, dog, that's funny. I love that shit. It reminded me of that because the way that they would like talk or like even the stuff that they would say, like the mother character, she would be like coming up with these awful meals. And I feel like I've watched the Japanese version, so maybe it's like different or maybe it's the same. But she would always come up with these awful meals and it'd be like, oh, this like this brown juice. She'd be like, oh, it's a beef jerky shake. Like, let me look at that. It's like, what you talking about, woman? She was like, he's the best, probably my favorite.
So the first phase of the movie is focuses on, what is it, Tai? Yeah, Tai and Kari.
Tai and Kai.
Yeah. So basically it just preludes to them being a Digidustin and like their first interaction with Digimon, how they like the eggs had hatched, Agumon ends up coming out, he becomes Greymon, he fights another Digimon called Parrotmon. It basically is like their first taste of Digimon. That's all that first phase really is, just to say like, hey, here's how they got into, you know, life with Digimon. And that's basically it in a nutshell. It was pretty quick. It went by really fast. And the battle wasn't anything extravagant, really.
Dudes was just struggling, go like, ah.
Yeah, you got a nice little hearty grapple in there. That was really it.
Big grapple, some WWE shit. Like, bro, especially this is like my first time even watching anything Digimon related. So immediately I'm thinking, wow, this world's way worse than Dragon Ball Z, bro. Like, I'd rather live in Dragon Ball world. Like, at least when the planet blows up, everyone's dead. At least in the Digimon world, this remind me like Jujutsu Kaisen or something. It's like you got all these demons practically destroying. Like, especially when Agumon was like a shooting and like blowing up parts of buildings. I'm like, dog, you about to make this whole fucking city collapse. Like, damn, dog. When Kari was moving, I'm like, Agumon, blah, blah, blah. I was expecting like fucking get smacked or something.
I thought when he was shooting in the air, he was gonna shoot down an airplane or some shit. I'd be like, yo, that'd be nuts. He's already blowing up buildings. He just killed like 800 people. Easy.
These things are worldwide disasters. Like, bro, I don't know how this world works or why they even cool with Digimon, but shoot, if the kids are cool with it, I guess everybody got to be cool with it.
Government, like, it's okay. Just let kids have it.
Yeah, it's fine. They can take care of it. I mean, but what we saw of the second part of the movie, apparently, yeah, the kids had to pretty much do it. They had to take care of everything. What the hell was
Literally
the government going to
do? They did absolutely nothing.
Their basic ass computers.
I mean, this movie came out in 2000, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was
it was the age of the King Tut computers.
Yeah, that was
like, and the whole back was just basically the dome, and you just had this like screen.
I think it was the tail end of the time where like you got AOL or like where you can't use the phone and the internet at the same time. So it's like one or the other. I think it was at the tail end of that time. So it makes sense. Like they got the old booty ass computers, but it was kind of cool though. I kind of like the whole concept around it. It's like got these digital monsters and stuff. Don't know how it works, but I still thought it was pretty cool. And it's cooler than Pokemon in the fact that they can combine together and that they can like evolve. And the same thing as Pokemon, they can evolve. But if those evolutions then combine, then it's like, what are you gonna get? That's pretty cool.
Well, I think what I like more than Pokemon is that they can evolve in battle. You know what I mean? Well, I guess current day Pokemon kind of has that element to it.
Mega evolutions.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've seen my brothers play it, and I like. They do all types of crazy shit now. I'm like, yo, that game is beyond me now. But yeah, with Digimon, you can like you start off with the base form, but you can go to like Champion, Ultimate, Mega like throughout the battle. Versus like Pokemon, once you're at like that final stage, like your Pokemon's just that final stage. Yeah. You won't ever see those like previous forms, and some of them. They be looking like badass, you know? Especially with the Agumon evolution chain. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, they always start off, every one of them start off so cute, but then they end up evolving and they become like this giant mecha monster. I'm like, what the hell? How did y'all get from this to that? Like, y'all look like some organic creatures. Now you look like some damn like Gundam.
Do you want to kind of like break down a little bit, like in the broadest terms possible, what the second phase is?
Okay, I'm gonna try my best. I know some Digimon fans out there is gonna be mad at me for overgeneralizing, and I'm horrible with names. You don't even ask me about Pokemon names. I'm terrible with that too. But like,
Dude one, dude two.
Yeah, we got blue one, we got blue cat, blue rooster. But like, so here's what I can remember: we got Ty and we got his friends. Right now, everything seems cool, but then there's this virus. There's an egg that is like, there's a virus that's infecting an egg that's infecting like the whole world and like the whole internet access. Like it's destroying like the whole internet infrastructure. And pretty much Ty and his friends have to figure out like, okay, what's going on here? Is this like this virus? It could be like a Digimon or something, or like what's going on? And then they got to use their digital monsters and work together and figure it out. That was the best I could do, bro. Like I tried my best. There's more to that, but I can't get into specifics.
Is there anything you want to add to that, Amir? I mean, that was the good startup, which I hate describing, but I was just focused on what the Digimon or infection thing was doing. That shit was nuts.
That thing was crazy,
That shit was nuts. It was just like, oh yeah, it's just bugging every electronic basically in the whole vicinity. So if you had an electronic and it was being used, that shit was not working or it was exploding or something.
I love like the exponential, like how exponentially just gets worse. Like it starts off initially like, oh, like the cash register just messes up and it'll be like, oh, for that chocolate, it's a 1 million. Okay, yes, well, yeah, you guess you were paying 1 million. All right, paper or cash? And the dude's like, like it just dropped. I love that. He's like,
No, what killed me is as it increased, they were like, oh yeah, the U.S. just launched nuclear missiles. I'm like, huh? And it's like, where is it going? Ohio. And they were like, all right, so how long we got? A minute. No, it was 10 minutes, right? 10?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Bro, what are you about to do? And I swore one of the kids said, every country is trying to respond in 10 minutes. Who's coming? Who?
They're like, okay, we're gonna launch interceptor missiles, and I think they take out the one that was going to Ohio, but the one that's coming towards like Japan, where they at, it was like, okay, yeah, they can't do nothing about it. Like, it's just gonna come straight down.
Like that's crazy to think that like 25 years ago, our cybersecurity system would just blow shit up.
Yeah,
yeah, man, it was just like, I have access to your electronics. Shoot them all, bro. We're done.
Dog, that's horrifying. Like, I mean, that's probably like one of the fears back in like the Cold War. It's like, oh, what if they hack the Russian missiles and they just send all of them over there? That's literally what happens here. Yeah. This virus literally just launches nukes.
I ain't surprised. Well, I am surprised because the nuke thing just came out of nowhere. I was dying when I just saw the missile and everything. I was just flabbergasted. But before that, I think one of the kids was like, damn, bro, the internet is trash. Like, we can't get in. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to hack into the government satellite. I'm like, ain't these niggas 6?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy to think that your degree, like 30 years ago, Johnny, it was just a bomb.
Yeah, just a literal bomb.
You could have ruled the world.
Could have had China on gunpoint, missile point.
Shaves head. I am Lex Luthor.
Obey my commands.
Yeah, so in phase 2, the main antagonist is a Digimon called Diaboromon. And you get a really cool battle between him and you get War Greymon and War Garurumon. I think that's what his name is. Garurumon. And they end up combining to make Omnimon.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, though.
That was sick. His design, like, I actually vividly remember having a toy of that Digimon, like, growing up. Yeah. Because I thought he was sick, but because it was like the blaster in the one hand and then the sword in the other. And he ended up putting in the work too.
This man could just shoot missiles whenever he wanted, so it was just broken. Fuck the sword. I didn't give a damn about that sword. It was short as hell.
Incarnate.
Now I'm seeing the appeal of why people think Digimon's cooler, because in Pokemon it's like, okay, this little cat becomes a bigger cat. Oh, whoa, that's crazy. But these Digimon, they go from like little cute motherfuckers to big mechs to now dudes with giant swords and like literally Gundams, like a giant sword of blaster and blasting dudes. Like, I like this. This is pretty cool.
That transformation gave me big Power Ranger vibes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's what I'm used to. So the first thing I saw, I was like, yeah, that's a Power Ranger.
But this is probably my favorite whole phase part of the movie, like this whole second story, because like I mentioned earlier, like the dub isms, like there was one part where it was like, all the circuits are busy, and like Tyus keeps trying to call. It's like, all circuits are still busy. Try the third time. Did you not hear me? All the circuits are busy. I love that. Or even still with the mother, like she'll just be like, yeah, beef jerky. She got spinach cookies. Or when she was like, oh, well, I don't know, how much do we put in for the cake? It's like, okay, I don't know. It's like, okay, this is the first time I'm using flour for a cake anyway. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, come on. on, lady.
He knew better. He was like, oh, man, they eating cake. I'll make a cake. No. Straight up no.
Hell no.
I did love when Ty, I forgot who it was, I think like TJ or whatever, he ends up like calling and like their grandmother had picked up. He's like, oh, are they there? She's like, yep, they are. He's like, can I talk to them? Oh, I love talking to them too. Just completely rerouted every single thing he said.
He's like, okay, come on, get on the phone. Sure thing. Hangs it up. He's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Bro, can someone please tell me why, like, it's back in the day, and them computers are expensive, low-key expensive. And it's like, oh, damn, we getting all these emails. How many children got access to emails and is just sending them shits right over to this computer?
Yeah, it's because it was spamming that.
They were, yeah.
I mean, I guess because it was all over the world, so it would make sense. But even so, that's pretty. That's a lot of computers. That's a lot of children.
Bro, you know how expensive a laptop was back then?
Oh, yeah,
with the Egyptian tuck computers, bro?
Shoo. That's like military grade hardware right there, bro. Like, shoot.
You got a brick in your lap, bro.
Well, actually, I guess we should bring up the emails thing because that's what was slowing down their Digimon is that like they had sent so many out as they were broadcasting the fight or whatever. It's kind of weird to describe.
I was going to ask, was they streaming the fight?
They 100% were because at one point in time, they were like, they literally were like sending out emails, not their actual wording, but I'm going to paraphrase, your Digimon are ass. Like, that's what they were saying, right? But yeah, that ends up slowing down their Digimon. So Diaboromon ends up getting the upper hand, but he ends up, so Izzy was like, oh, redirect all your emails to the Digimon. Don't know how that works, but they did. And he ends up getting slowed down enough to the point where Omnimon was able to come in and, deal the final blow to him.
Yeah, the power of emails brought everybody together. He was like, oh, I could. It's like, come on, great. I forget the name.
Spam his Hotmail.
You're like, come on, hear their emails. He's like, I hear them. Oh. More power. I'm paraphrasing.
Boy, I just love the voice acting. Whenever there was a GERD, man didn't like growl, like he just said grr. It killed me, bro.
It killed me that these Digimon are like practically sentient beings too. It's not like Pokemon. It's like, oh well, Pikachu. They like actively talk and they got like deep voices, some like high squeaky. It's crazy. I love it. The Digimon universe is pretty cool.
Yeah, about to do a nice little deep dive soon, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm good. I got responsibilities.
I think I'm busy.
I'm way too busy. I ain't watching these 10 other movies or like.
They have so many. Oh my gosh.
Bro, me and Amir were struggling to even find the movie originally. I was looking online. I'm like, Digimon the movie. And it's like, oh, it's on Google Play. It's like, I ain't paying. Give me some.
We paid.
Yeah, we paid. Yeah, we eventually we did cave in and pay. But we also found this other website where we could also like pay,
Pay.
Yeah, pay. We also had to pay. But it was a struggle to find this movie. But
it was free.
Oh, dang. If you guys had told me, I would have sent you my link.
Oh, bet.
Yeah. A reliable website.
Yeah,
not a schedule.
We probably use the same one.
No, we'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so connecting to the third installment of the movie, basically the virus that created that Digimon Diaboromon, they ends up, so there's this kid Willis that's also in the mix, and basically this Digimon, or the virus ends up, I guess, latching on.
Yeah, corrupting.
One of his Digimon, Kokomon, and then that leads into the third installment where you see this giant like gorilla beast-like creature.
Just as teleporting into reality.
As a kid, that shit was actually kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Kokomon, I was like, "Oh, who the fuck?"
I can see it being terrifying.
Well, just imagine being like 8 years old and that shit is chasing you, bro. I'm giving up on my life. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
that nigga stayed smiling too.
Yeah, it was disgusting, bro.
It was.
Yeah. So Willis, he's like running away from him for like 3 years, he had said. I think in the third installment, he was saying that like Kokomon was chasing him for like 3 years. Something crazy like
this
that.
Nigga just hopping states and shit.
Get on trains, fuck, city to city.
Yeah, they end up, honestly, I don't even know how to break down the third part. Just that they end up following the story of Kokomon and the virus. And
well, they saw Willis, like the main group, and then they were like, oh, that boy obviously needs help. Look at him. This man's just running down the alleyway. And then they're like, I forgot who said it, but they were like, yeah, we just got to go to Colorado. Colorado? We're in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, the best scene from the third installment is when Willis, he's like, "You guys want pizza?" They're like, "Wait, what?" He said, "Got you," right? He said, "Give me a pizza with like everything on it." He said, "And also deliver in 2 minutes." They were like, "And also pick me up on the way." I was like, what kind of pull does this kid have? And sure enough, the cab just comes up right there with the pizza.
Did he say, he was like, and if they don't come, it's free?
Yeah, he said, they got 2 minutes or it's free. I was like, what kind of pull?
They used to be working these pizza shops, bro. They must have.
I was like, yo, I need a Willis in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
Willis
that was
is
crazy.
my favorite character. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, out of all the ones that were in the entire
the
movie?
crap he said had me crying.
Yo,
he was explaining his story, and the man was like, "That's the saddest shit I've ever heard in my life." Man was like, "It's my problem. Get over it." Okay. All right.
That has to be another dumb thing. Like,
And he just instigates the whole time. He just met this man. He was like, "Bro, you know we'd never leave. We pals." He's like, "Oh, okay. Who's that girl?" He's like, "Don't talk to her." He's like, "Yeah, yeah."
Willis had the Riz, man. Willis had Riz.
Willis knew what he was doing, man.
Yeah, then, you know, some fighting happens. Terriermon, Cocomon. I'm not gonna lie, by the third part, I was like low-key checked out. I was like, the good part already happened. So I was like, I don't even know why we're still watching.
I felt like a parent. I feel like this is exactly what a parent in the movie, when they went to see this movie, probably felt, where I'm just like, okay, first part, I kind of get it. Second part was kind of funny. Third part, what the fuck? It's just a light show. It's a light show, bro. I mean, it's kind of cool, though, because that's where you see the most, like, digi evolutions and combinations, which I thought was pretty cool. But then by the end of it, when shit was just happening, I'm like, okay, I don't even know who was fusing with who. I don't even know who these angels are, what they turn into. It's okay. I'm just here for the ride. Fuck it.
As fucked up as it sounds, if Digimon could die, because we found out later they couldn't, really.
Yeah.
If they could, this movie would have been hard. Like, hard as hell, because you know that moment where he just starts fucking with him, juggling?
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh no, he just grips them all and just throws them into the wall, like full on holes. I thought niggas died. Straight up. I was like, this movie is so hard.
Did you guys feel like the animation was best on the third part or the second part?
Probably best on the third part. You could, like, the first and second part, you can't really tell that there's a shift. I kind of like, you could tell because, like, you know, different, like, time, it's like a time lapse and stuff. But with the animation, it looked like pretty consistent. Third one, different. I could easily tell that was way different because and I don't know if maybe if the Japanese version is different, because they said, oh, that's Davis. He might look like my brother, Ty.
Yeah.
I was crying when they did that.
I'm really wondering if that's actually Ty in the Japanese version or something like that. Maybe, but it's like, oh, let's just call him Davis, even though he's like completely different. It's supposed to be years later. I don't know, bro. But
you gotta reuse these animations.
The animation was probably the best on the third one, especially because that's got the like most action going on.
Yeah, so Cocomon, dies. Yeah. But like no Digimon actually dies, like Amir says, and it's just a great happy ending.
Yeah.
Do they always come back as an egg?
I think so.
Makes sense. They got to restart.
Did you guys
Rebirth.
Like the Smash Mouth All-Star?
That just came out of nowhere. I was like, this movie a 10 out of 10. Let's go. This and Shrek.
Bro, the whole like music selection had me so interested. I didn't realize how many Digimon themed songs they had in that movie.
Yeah.
Or movies, if you want to call
They'll be playing it. Like, I remember there was even in the first part of the movie where the girl was whistling. I was like, are they whistling the Digimon theme?
Yeah.
Like, it was everywhere. It was pretty good. Like, I like it.
Don't they whistle in the evolutions the whole time too? I could have swore I heard the wee, like the whistle thing in the background of every evolution. I was like, it's starting to bother me now.
He said the wee.
Like, it'll be either that or it'll be like some early 2000s, like alternative rock music. Or it's like, yeah, I can hear this. Like, this is like in every like kids movie. Or like there was one part where, like, I think the cat was in the first part of the movie where a cat was attacking the baby form of the Digi of the Digimon, and all I'm hearing in the background, all I just hear is a dude going like whoop 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 whoop. Like, replay the scene. I swear to God, I'm not crazy. All I'm hearing in the back is whoop 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 whoop.
Mama Huevo.
Mama Booey.
Mama Huevo.
It just stood out. I don't know why it stood out. Whoop whoop whoop.
There were so many things in the movie to pay attention to.
Wow, I don't know why it's the one.
Yeah. So you What was the end credits song? That was another like Good song.
Oh,
I mean, I only like paid attention for the first like 20 seconds of it, and then
it's already on my memory. I already forgot.
But it was also another like popular song from the time.
What was Willis's Digimon called?
Was it Patamon or something like that? Or
I'm terrible with names.
I don't know. The big-eared one.
Big-eared Mon.
Bro, why? Why when he evolved, he was like, huh? He's got pants now? Like, that was the only observation he made. Like, the man had Gatling guns on his hand. He was like, he's got pants?
Let me see. Oh, it's Terriermon is his name.
Terriermon.
Yeah, Terriermon.
Oh, now I am going to forget that in 2 minutes.
I'm not forgetting some of these lines, bro.
I won't forget. There was one line I loved in the first part where I think it was when Agumon, that's his name, right? Agumon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'm a fake fan. I'm sorry. Like when Agumon, I think, was like running through the streets and there was a car and the dude's like, "Did you see that?" And he's like, "Nah, I was sleeping." Aren't you driving? I mean, this movie's like it's a clusterfuck, but it's got funny lines where I was like, okay, it's good for an adult too. Like the kids will enjoy the action, but an adult could at least like love the lines like that are coming out. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think again, as a child, this movie was just significantly better, but as an adult, it really is a little bit of a mess. I mean, an entertaining mess.
It is an entertaining mess.
It definitely just. It feels like, honestly, like a high school senior's project, if I'm being honest. Just like cut, paste, drag.
Film project, yeah.
Yeah, add a little music in there, was a little entertainment, and then that's it. Like, it doesn't feel anything spectacular, at least nowadays.
I imagine for the kids in 2000s that went to the theaters, they probably lost their shit watching this.
I was for it.
Jose is one of them, bro. And you know what? I'm happy for them kids. They got something to latch on to.
You'll enjoy it if you have ADHD.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Every kid got it nowadays, so they'll definitely enjoy it.
All right, so what are you guys' final ratings for this?
Shoot, I'll give it a 7. I liked it. I didn't hate it. I didn't understand half the shit that was going on. I'm not even a Digimon fan, but I enjoyed it. I'll give it a good 7.
I feel like that's like the most genuine remark that you can give because like you are so unbiased, like compared to like us that having watched it before. It's like for you, it's like you can authentically rate this because it's genuinely your first experience.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. I'll watch it again. I'll watch it over like Godzilla. I won't watch it over Super Mario Brothers movie.
Which Godzilla are we referring to?
The 1998 bullshit.
Okay.
I'd rather watch this movie over that.
You know us, we only review the finest stuff.
Exactly.
The finest of liquors.
How about you, Amir?
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, it's definitely not ass, and it's better than a lot of other mid movies I've seen, in my opinion. And it genuinely made me laugh, so I'll give it a 6.
Honestly, as an adult, I would give this a 5, if I'm being honest. I like.
Goddamn, what is happening today?
Wow.
No, I'm being honest. Like little kid me would rate it way higher, but as an adult, like I said, by like the third portion, I was kind of checked, man. I was like, I don't even.
He said, "Do I have to watch it?"
Yeah,
God, I don't even watch this no more.
Well, it's just like with the whole like Digimon coming from code, eating code, destroying, and then the code gets turned into a virus, and then the virus infects somebody. I was like,
but they're also physical.
Yeah, I was like,
physical, metaphysical.
This is like the most like fucked up like medical paper I've ever read in my life. I'm like, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I love the combat. I love the Digimon themselves, but it's just like, honestly, I could give fuck all about the story. Like, just show me the fights. Like, honestly.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that's why I would give it a 5 out of 10. Like, I definitely would watch it again, but it's just, as a whole package, it just wasn't it,
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll increase it to a 7 out of 10 because this would be a fantastic drinking game. Every time they say Mon, you take a shot.
Nigga, oh my God. You dead. You trying to kill people, man.
Yeah. You're going to be more lost on the second part and the third part than you ever will be sober, bro. Like, it's going to be insane.
They see, like, Mon, like, 3 times during, like, an evolution scene. They do that, like, a bunch at the end.
Well, the one scene when the Digimon were coming in on the screen, they were like, oh, my gosh, it's Agumon. It's Guru. Like, they literally said
they say every
Digimon,
single time.
Every single one that walked on the screen.
Shot
they got to let you know.
We got to do a shot per?
Yeah, you're clinically dead in under 30 seconds.
Shot every 4 mons.
Every 4.
That's
okay,
more fair.
That's a little more fair.
Yeah, that's
Until we find out the count's like 112. Like it's like okay.
But you're right. By part 3, I hope you a soldier.
yeah, the Digimon movie. We will revisit it again one day.
One day,
not anytime soon.
Maybe with our kids, even if they give a damn about Digimon. I don't even know if Digimon's still going nowadays.
Only if you request.
Probably.
It probably is still going.
Yeah.
There's probably some hardcore fans.
Oh, without doubt.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that there's an audience there. But, you know, it's been lost in time with me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good revisiting it. It was really
Pal
good.
World killed it.
You said what?
Pal World.
Pal World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Pokemon with guns.
That's like that Pokemon with Guns game that came out.
Oh, that, bro. I've seen so many like memes and like pictures and videos about that shit. I like the first time I saw it, I literally was like, did they just rip off Mewtwo like openly like that? Like it's the most like it's the most upfront copy and paste thing I've ever seen in my life.
But they can't do anything about it.
Nah, you know what it reminds me of? How they taught us to just cite things. It's like, it is my work because I changed 2 words, nigga.
Exactly.
And I researched.
Exactly.
It's an APA format, so this is mine.
I use the comma here instead of a period. I changed it to 2 sentences.
I did my et al.
The most blatant ripoff I've ever seen in my life, though, there was this place called Valley Donuts. I shit you not. It was the Dunkin' Donuts font, Dunkin' Donuts color, damn near the Dunkin' Donuts logo.
Just
like
says VD.
Except like the man was running a little bit faster. Like America runs faster with Valley Donuts rather than Dunkin'. And I just walked in there. I was like, y'all are just straight up Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, I don't know why y'all.
No, there's more caffeine.
Yeah.
That's why he runs faster.
They're just like, no, it's in the valley, bro. I'm like, yeah, y'all are just Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Unshameful.
Yeah. No, literally they had like no shame at all, bro. It was insane. But yeah, that was the most blatant ripoff I've ever seen in my life. Besides that, bro, that is absurd. When I saw the pictures, I was like, "Hey, no way! Somebody greenlit this. No shot." Somebody was like, "Yeah, this is good." That's insane. But thank you all so much for listening and watching. Let us know if we should check out another Digimon movie or something like that, you know, or a Digimon video game. Amir would love that. He would really, really appreciate it.
Shoot, maybe not just Digimon. We'll do Yu-Gi-Oh. We'll do Beyblade again. We'll do
some Bakugan, you know?
Bakugan, Pokemon. Come on, they got all those movies.
Give us any Pokemon clone or knockoff and we'll review it.
Hell yeah, man.
Just let us know in the comments.
Yokai Watch.
Okay, we're drawing lines now.
Scanners.
Scanners. Let's go. Scanners, let's go.
Thank y'all so much for listening and watching. Hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day with your boo or whoever it might be, or just loving yourself, you know, because you deserve it.
Yeah.
Until next time, peace out, remembers.
Remember When is a Sweet Recording production. Check them out at suiterecording.com.
Intro and outro created by our very own Johnny.
Subscribe, listen, and remember to review wherever you are on social media. Thanks for listening.